mindless eaters will be eliminated by the year 2050.
Whenever a truth is heard, there's no going back. You are the main character in the video game of life.
I personally don't believe anything they say, right down to the god they claim we worship.
I'm still waiting for somebody to show me gas pressure without a container.
None of the math adds up.
You could stack up all their math books, all their science books, and even put all their degrees stacked up on top of that, and you still wouldn't be high enough to see the curvature.
This is exactly why grounding is so important.
It's all dualistic.
We see too far.
We're just regular people who know we're being lied to. We're tired of it.
The bottom line is, there's only one choice left, and that's to dismantle this whole thing from the top down. What up, people?
Hey.
It's going to be a fun episode tonight. I've been waiting to talk to this dude for a long time. He's been doing a bunch of stuff, but we'll get to that when we talk to him. First, don't forget to go to phoneboothpodcast.substack.com for 5 podcasts. You got the Phone Booth Podcast. You got the Dualistic Podcast. You got the Here's the Thing Podcast. You have the Philosophy King Podcast. And you got the Pick Is In Podcast. It's right after our Saturday night streams where they're making a bunch of people money, apparently. Also, we have our t-shirt store up now. Vince, go to that one. You're like,
yes,
way
it's coming
back at the beginning.
It's right here. And then it comes to here. Check it out.
I thought you were taking over, bro. Damn.
Yeah, you got the Aliens or Demons, Dualistic, t-shirt, Fagman, t-shirt, Grow or Die t-shirt, Here's the Thing t-shirts, Houston Dive Team.
Just go there.
And your Philosophy King, Son of a Cock, all that shit. Pick your favorite, and then go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that before or after. It's up to you. But anyway, so now's the time we're going to bring up GlobeSlayer. What is up, my dude?
What's up, fellas? Thanks for having me on.
Getting some applause, Slayer.
No applause needed.
Can I ask you, do you like to slay the Globers, or what's the idea behind the name?
It's a hobby.
Okay. It's a fun hobby, huh?
It can
One
be.
thing I can say is you stay so calm. I've always had so much respect for that. Even talking to FTFE and everybody, like, nothing seems to get under your skin, man. I threatened to stab a dude in my first debate, and you're just like, yeah, man, I don't agree with that. What about this?
Yeah.
Like, you stay so good.
I remember that.
Yeah, you're like, I marked it down when you threatened to stab that dude.
That was a good one.
It's funny because I debated that son of a cock a few times, and the last time I did it, I wore a jester hat and I fucked him up.
FTFE, he's talking about.
I'm talking about FTFE because his whole shtick is to try to bully you and call you names and make you seem like a retard. And I was already like, I am a retard, so there's nothing you can do to me. You know, like, bring it on.
He wants to frustrate you and make you. He wants to frustrate you and make you forget everything.
Yep.
Exactly. He wants to rattle you. Yes.
Yeah. So
exactly.
He threatened, or not threatened. He said the world would be a better place if Vince was dead. I'm pretty sure that's what. He said.
He wanted me dead, and I got that on live on the video. So it was a beautiful thing.
On Modern Day Debate behind the scenes, and then he came back up and said it. It was great, but.
Sure. Well, then we're back. Then I suppose. Go ahead and you can tell them exactly what just happened. What are you saying, Craig?
Let's go back. Are we back on stream?
We are. What are you saying, Craig? What's going on here? This has gotten.
Tell how bad I am. Craig, tell how bad I am as a human.
I will. I'll tell everyone right now because I said it on my stream, right? Vince is nothing but a drain on humanity, a burden to society. Genuinely, the only way that he could benefit and improve society is if he died. I'm not telling him to kill himself or anything, but that is the genuine only way that he could ever benefit humanity is if he was not part of it.
That's incredible. Okay. Let's look at that. Why so?
I was very critical, guys. I swear this is not what I expected. What's going on?
No, let it go, Ryan.
What's going on there, Greg?
We're all men here, man.
You're not a man, you're scum. You lie to people. You lie to vulnerable people.
You just said that you were a liar yourself.
No, I didn't. I tested someone.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you said I lied to do this trick on him. You're a confirmed liar.
Again, but I told everyone exactly what I did.
You're still a liar.
Lying.
Yes, you still lied like a piece of shit.
It was a test.
Huh? A test. Oh, so it's a test. That's very convenient. But anyways, go back. I'm scum of the earth. Doesn't deserve to live.
You are nothing but an oxygen thief. You are a waste of atoms. The chemical and electrical energy holding your cell is wasting its time.
This is the quality after show we get. Holy lightning.
Yeah, Ryan, relax and enjoy. Enjoy the show.
You guys.
Plankton in the middle of the ocean, spending its entire life converting energy and carbon dioxide into oxygen.
So I should not exist because I would take up space?
You should find that plankton and apologize for wasting its time.
Are you that triggered that you need me off the planet?
I'm not triggered. I am genuinely, for the sake of humanity, wishing that people like you would not be part of it.
But then you would have no show, Craig.
Oh, no, there's always stupid.
But not this stupid, right?
Right? But you are
not this stupid, right?
Spending their time purposely
Mountain
going on the...
stupid, I guess.
Yeah, I am Mount Everest. Stupid.
Mount stupid. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm trying to get involved. I swear. You guys just...
let's go, Ryan. Get involved. Stop being a politician.
Yeah. Screw you.
I mean, the guy just said he wants me off the planet, man.
That's pretty crazy.
I don't want you off the planet. I want you off the species. You bring species down.
Yeah? How so? Am I making them dumber? Like you are making them dumber?
You are dumb.
Am I making them dumber? Do I try to bully them to agree with me? Hold on. Do I try to bully the people to agree with me? Have I done that? Shut up. Have I done that?
You lie to people. You lie to people and try and manipulate.
That's your claim. I believe most of the things I pull up.
No, you don't. You know that these things are lies.
I don't know that at all. That's why I'm pulling them up.
Well, you're stupid.
Why is that stupid? Why is that stupid?
Right, you're either a liar or the dumbest person on earth.
I just have to submit to authority, which is you, right?
I'm definitely an authority compared to you.
Yeah, I know you wish you would. You would be like a Nazi general if you could have that position.
No. Oh, fuck you. No, I'm nothing like a Nazi. I will fucking fight against bullies and intolerant assholes.
So why are you the bully? You want me off the face of the earth, man.
Yeah, because
if that's not bullying, I don't know what bullying is. That's the worst type of bullying I've heard.
Here's the thing, right? You are an intolerant asshole, and tolerance should not tolerate intolerance, right?
But you are bullying me, Craig.
Ignorant. You deserve bullying. You spread ignorance and lies to vulnerable people.
Do I not have a right to have an opinion?
No, because your opinion is so fucked.
See, Nazi general.
No, not Nazi. People like you should not be able to spread lies. Lies are not opinion.
These are my opinions. Suck my cock, man.
He seems pretty decent with you, I guess, Slayer, because you're so decent with him. I don't know how he can be as bad, but I'm sure he's treated you like crap stuff too. But
is
that's
Slayer frozen?
about him. He's just a weirdo.
Are you frozen, Slayer?
Uh-oh.
I
was talking that whole time, and now he's gone.
I hope he takes the same link and comes back again with that link. Yeah.
So how about them Dolphins?
Yeah. Yeah. Those dolphins are very good. They swim very fast. I usually watch them every night on TV.
Very fast.
Very fast, and they talk very good. Should we pause this recording and then edit right in, because we don't know when the fuck. No, I mean end. I mean end.
No, I mean I wrote it down. So
Okay.
I don't want to do all that again.
No. We don't need to do all of that again. As soon as he's back, we can just.
Oh, whatever you want to do. You're the one who's going to edit it together.
Yeah.
So whatever works best for you.
Yeah, I guess we'll pause it there.
Yeah, so he's pretty much an asshole to everybody. But I will say, like, what I've heard, he seems to be a little nicer to you. But I think it's only because you're so polite that, like, it's harder to be rude to somebody when they're being so nice because it makes you look worse. But I'm sure he's done some dirty shit to you. But, you know, that's the name of the game. So how did you get to where, I guess we have to start way back. How did you wake up? I don't know if it was flat earth or what that woke you up, but how did you start to realize that things aren't what we thought they were? And how did that lead you to debating one of the top globe earth assholes about flat earth?
Well, it probably started with 9/11. That was, I didn't recognize it right away. I was in middle school, but it sunk in pretty quickly for my age. And flat earth just started the first time I went on an airplane and saw the sun. Actually, the angular size appeared to be bigger, and to see it, just right there, and where you could just reach out and touch it. And that was probably the beginning of everything for me.
When was that? What year was that, Slayer?
Probably 2010, something like that.
10. Wow.
Got me beat by a while, bro.
Well, right? I didn't. That was just the beginning. It was a slow move. It took years, but that was the beginning. So.
Yeah, but I guess you're younger than me too when it happened. If you were in middle school when 9/11 happened, because I was, I think, senior or just out of high school, one or the other. But so yeah, you woke up pretty early at least to notice something different going on, and then 2010 to notice get on a plane. I've been on tons of planes, didn't even think about it. I didn't like. I can't say if it was curved. I've been on planes since I know, and it's not curved. But back then, I was like, I couldn't tell you if it was or not because I never even looked. I was just on a plane looking out the window. Oh, cool clouds. That's it. But so I don't know. To notice that young, that's pretty cool, man. You got an awake brain, I guess.
Are you still there? You're not.
Nope. Son of a cock.
It's his phone overheating. That's what it is.
How can your phone
I don't know where he is, but it's hot. It is because EV-Mux takes a lot of resources and shit for your phone. And if it's hot in the car or wherever the fuck he is, no.
So what are we going to do?
Well, we have to see if we can somehow get the temperature down. If he can restart his phone. In the worst case scenario, take away his picture, his video.
Yeah.
Now, we've been having some technical issues, but we just have to say this. Since echo cancellation is on GlobeSlayer, we will have to hold back a little bit because when echo cancellation is on, his voice will be muffled when we interject. So, anyways, so we were talking about. We
want y'all to hear him talk, so we're gonna shut up.
Exactly. Exactly. So, 2010, you started to discover the flat Earth.
Yeah, and then how do you go from there to wanting to debate people? And how was the process to it? You said it was a long process, so you went on a plane and you found out, or you saw that it looked level. But I know there had to be a lot more to it than that. It wasn't just like, oh shit, it looks level. That's it. I'm fucking peace. I'm in. No. But so how did that work for you? Was it like, and how did it affect your life? Even more importantly, in my mind.
At first, it didn't really. Like I said, it was a really slow process. Things started to click, and when I saw the sun and figured that it definitely had to be closer. That didn't immediately lead me to believe the Earth was flat. I was just, well, that sun's closer than they say it is,
Yeah.
And it's just all the little things. You go to the beach, and you got completely unobstructed view, and it's flat. And how do you make a sphere out of flat surfaces?
Very carefully with a Masonic ritual.
Yeah, for sure. You got to have a couple 33s in there somewhere.
Yeah, they have the bend. That's where the curve's at in the 3s.
Yeah, and the 3s. That's right.
So when did you start doing the debate, Slayer?
Maybe a year and a half ago. I joined X. I wasn't ever on any other social media platform, and I think Ted was probably the first flat earther I found. It was either him or the flat earther was the first one I found. So, and it just kind of grew. Found a community, and I found some people that would have good discussions, and some people that obviously couldn't. And it's been fun. I learn and I grow.
Yeah.
That's what I love about how when you quote unquote debate, like you're there to learn their side, and very few people do that. Most people are there to just not even listen when the other person's talking, and they just want their turn to speak. And I knew it was very different when you caught that Freudian slip by FTFE there, because that means you were actually sitting there paying attention to what he was saying instead of just waiting for your turn to talk. And I think that's a big thing. A lot of people just want to they're not there for an actual intellectual exchange of ideas. They're
They just
there
wanna
to
win.
to say what they want to say, make you look dumb and win. And that's, to me, that's what it's not about. And that's why I got so mad in my debate, because the dude before was like, we're just going to have a regular conversation. We'll do it, blah, blah, blah. And then he was just being an idiot. So it
flipped.
And it seems to always be that one type of person is on the other side. And I'm not lumping them all together, but it's never the people who are like, yeah, I believe in God and I believe in other conspiracy theories, and because I know the government's lying in this, but it's definitely a globe. It's always the people who are like, everything that's said is true. All of it's true. You're just a hater. My grandfather worked on the Apollo program. He made wing nuts for the satellite. Like, it's always some story. And then when you try to pin them down to it, you find out they're making it all up. And it's not that makes me believe that our side is right, but when all the people who blatantly just lie and say whatever they need to say to make their point seem to be on one side, it starts to make me think that maybe the people on the other side are the people who are actually thinking and looking at things honestly, instead of just wanting to be right about how they've always felt,
Right. It's very true. And there's definitely some that are just trolls.
Paid or programmed or NPCs or whatever. I think they're all out there, It's very hard to differentiate, but I think they're all out there.
But I have had some good conversations.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would not still be here if there wasn't good conversations in this. Out of every 10 people who tell me I should be dead, there's 2, 3 that are like, I really got something from that. Thank you. That's it. That's enough for me. That's awesome. Thank you that you took the time and got something from it.
So when I got on X, I definitely saw people debating, and it definitely made me more curious, and had me digging deeper, and it just became a hobby. And if you want to figure out if something's right or not, then you've got to actually test it out. You've got to figure out everybody aside, and you've got to figure out which one matches the closest.
Yeah, you got to challenge your beliefs, or you're just always going to believe the same thing, and that's.
But the biggest thing is, though, all the phenomenological evidence, says that we're on a flat stationary Earth. There's nothing in your lived experience that says, I live on a spinning water ball.
Yeah.
And
right.
when I ask the Globies that, they just say sunsets. But
That's why. So I had a conversation with my cousin. Sorry, Vince, were you getting ready to say something?
No. Go.
Okay, I had a conversation with my cousin, who's a very open-minded person about a lot of stuff. Like, he knows viruses aren't real. He knows they're spraying us with stuff. He knows all of this. But when it comes to flat Earth, he just has some blockage. And one day, I haven't talked to him about it since, so I'll have to revisit it. He was saying, like, no, it's this, it's this. I'm like, just for 1 second, drop everything you think you know and be honest with me. If you were never told any of these things, what can you say in your own life that tells you that we're on a spinning ball hurling through space? And there's zero answer. And I mean, if you haven't, well, the stars rotate around us. I mean, we all know the answer to that. Yes, the stars do rotate around us. We're not spinning. But he was smart enough to know that I would come back with that. And he literally was just like, and see, that's honesty. Even if you don't believe it, that's intellectual honesty, that you admit that you can't tell me anything. And to me, that's the biggest, that's the linchpin, is that, like you said, there's no life experience we have that makes us think that. It's all because of what we've been told by other people. Every bit.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And that you get ridiculed. Like when you start to talk about flat Earth, they ridicule you and bully you and all that shit. Like, why do they do that? Why do they do that?
I don't know, man. It's odd that somebody could be so affected by somebody else's personal beliefs, but I mean, look at the Middle East and religion and everything else. You know, it's people are offended by others' beliefs, and that's unfortunately the way it is.
You're gonna talk about Vince's family right in front of him, man?
Yeah. What the?
Just kidding.
No, you know, I am Persian, but I don't see myself as, I don't belong to any fucking country. I'm a being on this land, and that's it. And I'm not religious, but I do believe in God, you know? So, you know.
Yeah, a being on this land that was definitely placed in the wrong quadrant of this realm. Like, you're not supposed to be living over there, man.
Yeah, I know.
But no, that's a big thing. So I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want, but does your family and people in your life know what you believe? And if so, question number 2 is, how did they react to that?
Some of them, not all of them. Most of them were, you know, they had the same answers that anybody else would have, and but you know, the ones that I did talk to about it, the more they think about it, the more they come around. It's always a process. I've never seen anybody just be like, "Hey, yeah, you're right." Yeah. It's always been, you know, a slow process.
Yeah. What was crazy? So I told this once before, I think. So early on, after I had all my information in order in case people asked the questions and this and that and blah blah blah, I was like, we're having a family get together. I'm gonna tell my mom, my brother, my sister, and their spouses, and all of them, like, that the Earth is flat. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna get ridicule, but I'm ready for it. And like, I did it at the end in case shit got weird, and I was like, I want to talk to you guys about something. And the first words that were said was, my sister said, well, that's what it says in the Bible, so yeah, that makes sense. I was like,
yeah.
Fuck, man, I had this whole thing prepared in order to convince you, and I don't even need to, because you're like, yeah, dumb shit, that's what the Bible says. Where have you been all this time? So it was pretty cool for me. But yeah, I know what you mean by some, because you pick and choose. Like the great uncle that you only see once every 3 years, you're not going to be like, hey, Lloyd, do you know the Earth's flat? You know, like, there's no need to do that. But the people who matter know, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, this turkey's kind of dry. Did you know you're not on a spinning water ball?
All right.
We need some gravy. Did you know that gravy always lays flat?
Exactly.
Unless it's too
gravy
long.
always finds its level.
Yeah. There you go. That's good.
Can I ask you, Slayer, ever since you woke up to all these things, have you had a harder time communicating with the normies after that?
Sometimes, yeah, for sure. I mean,
there's right?
There's a lot of things that we've given thought to that they've never given thought to, and I think we don't realize how slow we come to these conclusions ourselves, and watching somebody else is painfully slow, even if they are moving along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point actually, because when we're doing it, it's a very slow process. It's this many minutes a day thinking on this here, this many minutes a day, hours a day, whatever. But it's a slow process over years' time. But when you're watching someone else do it, it's like watching fucking paint dry. It's like, oh my God, how do you not see this? It's right in front of you.
So do you avoid speaking about truth stuff with the normies and just try to speak their language? Or what do you do when you encounter a normie? And by the way, we only see your forehead right now.
Oh, my bad.
It was
It's
really
kind of
weird
touch and go.
when I went into his camera settings and was messing around. Well, I went into his settings, but it shows the camera, and I was messing with his audio settings. His screen in there is like way bigger. You see like his kneecaps basically, but in here, yeah. So
that's weird.
But
Okay,
anyway,
but
sorry, go ahead.
the question was, do you avoid talking about, I don't know, conspiracies or truth talk with the normies and just try to speak their language? Or what do you do when you encounter a normie?
It really depends on the person and how much time I have, and you kind of get the feel for a person. But you sometimes you think you know how they're gonna respond, and you're totally off. One way or the
you're
other.
surprised.
Yeah,
Sometimes
exactly.
they're like you said, "Hey, I already knew that. Where have you been?" And sometimes they're like, "Are you a fucking idiot, dude?"
Yeah. Should we call a doctor? Are you having a stroke? Because you can't be saying that when you're of right mind. Like shit like that.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
You get used to it, though. And
Yeah,
that's
you
what
really
gets
do.
me is people. That's what gets me is people don't understand that they think that some people do this for fun, talking about flat Earth and being a truther, and there's not always a lot of fun about it. I mean, like you said, we get people tell us the world's better off with us dead. We should be
Yeah.
burning in hell. I've heard all that stuff before too, but it's not always a rewarding thing. But I just try to
We have
remember
no
that there's
choice,
always.
though. We have no
That's
choice,
true,
though,
man.
right? We just have to
to a point.
keep going with the truth
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
True.
there's no choice.
There's no choice. You got to keep going. No, you do. And again, we wouldn't be here if we didn't feel that need to share things that we learned that changed us. Because, like you said, it's usually, when I say more negative than positive, it's the numbers. The numbers are more negative than positive, but the feeling you walk away with is still more positive, because one positive comment cancels out 100 negative ones, But the numbers, it's usually like, someone even commented today, a new follower, and they're like, damn, people kind of hate you, huh? Like, they're just attacking you in your comments. I'm like, yeah. And all I said was, you'll be all right. When you get sick this fall, you're just detoxing. Don't worry about it. Rest. Blah, blah, blah. And people are like, this is the most retarded fucking post I've ever seen in my life.
Misinformation.
I know. What are you,
Spreading
a doctor now? Like, wow, bro.
Well, you know what I think, though, quickly, is that when people hate you, that means you're touching on something. You're hitting something right. That's why they hate you. They don't really hate you. They hate the things you're saying,
Yeah.
Yeah, the things you're making them question.
Yeah. They don't really hate you, I think, originally. It's just that it's you who's saying the things they hate to hear.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's
why.
So, how many haters do you have now, GlobeSlayer? Yeah. How many haters do you have now, Slayer?
I don't count anymore. I don't count.
He's like, I just dump them in my gas for fuel and keep going. That's all I do.
Yeah, I try not to block or mute anybody. I'm an equal opportunity flirt. I give them all the opportunity to bring evidence and discuss.
I did that too until I reached about 50,000 followers, and then I had to start muting people. I still don't block anybody, but I had to start muting people, because I don't care how strong you are, when you wake up in the morning and you have to look at 50 negative comments. It's not that it's like, oh, they're attacking me, it bothers me. It's more of, am I wasting my time? Like, why am I here when there's this much negativity? Is there enough positivity? But once you mute those 10, 20 assholes that constantly say negative stuff, it changes the whole thing. It changes it all up because it's a small group of people who just constantly attack. Like, I've had people muted for 2 years now, never responded one single time in that time, and they still comment on almost every single post and attack me. It's like, you have mental problems. Like, you literally do. And it's the ones who address me by name. Like, what about this, Ted? For 2 years when I've never responded to them and they're still doing it. Like, I don't want you to know who I am because you might be a certified stalker. You might literally try to shank me. Like, that's fucking weird, man.
There's a lot of
That's
weirdos
true.
out there.
There really is, man. It really is.
Right?
Stay safe out there, brother. But so
yeah.
before we bypass it and don't talk about it, one of the biggest things is you just did your second balloon launch, right?
That's right.
Damn. So
we did it. We did it
go
on Friday. Or no, we did it on Saturday. Sorry. We did one back in August, and the camera turned itself off after about 15 minutes. So we ended up with nothing on that one.
That's got to be so frustrating, man.
It was. The whole thing's been frustrating, but so we launched again on Saturday.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Do you know why the camera shut off?
I think it was the battery bank. There's like a low voltage set off, and the camera was really small. Didn't pull enough power.
Got it.
Just a small thing.
Okay, so the Saturday one, you were saying Saturday.
Yeah. So we continued to have problems with that camera. I was trying to find a solution to use that same camera. We never ended up coming up with a good solution. I didn't want to chance it. So we ended up using an Android phone. And that way it can be set to start another recording if it was to stop for any reason, whatever another. And it worked out great. We retrieved it. We launched in Black Mountain, and it landed in Buffalo Junction, Virginia, 250 miles away. It was about a 4.5 hour flight.
North Carolina?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was about a 4.5 hour flight, but we didn't get signal for it for like 10.5 hours. So we thought it was gone. And anyway, so I watched the video. It's almost 5 hours long. I watched it pretty much the whole ride back from Virginia. And as soon as I hook it up to Wi-Fi, I guess it filled up the memory. It said something about the memory, and it started boot looping. I was like, and it can be recovered because I know it's there, but I didn't want to take the chance of losing it, so I just took it to a shop a little while ago to drop it off and let them recover it.
Yeah, let the professionals do it.
Yeah, because after last time.
How do you go about setting this up? Like, clearly you have to purchase a special balloon somewhere. You have to would you use helium, I'd imagine?
Yep. We started with a kit. We started with a kit from Germany with a polystyrene box, GPS, and a data logger, and the string and tape, because there's specific string and everything else you have to use.
Yeah.
It can't be over 6.5 pounds. Your cord has to be able to break it. Like, it has to break really easy. I can't remember the exact number, but it's basically so if it were to hit an airplane, it's the amount of stuff that the jet engine can safely ingest and keep on going. So,
shit!
There's a lot of weight and size limits, and
you don't want to be responsible. You don't want to be responsible for a plane crash.
No,
for this
no,
experiment.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So what if the balloon bursts and the camera falls down somewhere and breaks? Like, can that happen?
Happens, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it can happen. Burst. So what happened with our data logger? One of the parachutes separated. It had tandem parachutes, and one of them came loose. So it did fall kind of hard. It's all on video. And the SD card and the data logger popped out when it landed. So I'm working with somebody to retrieve that data too. It's been an adventure, but
hold on. This is what the Globers don't understand.
know.
We don't
Why don't
have
you just launch a balloon and do
yeah,
this?
we don't have a 53 billion a year funding to do these experiments. You got to do it on your own, right? You don't got backup. You don't got these, huh?
Yeah, that's true. They all seem to think they can do it better for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
But there's a way more to it than you would think. Way more.
I know people think it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna put a balloon up. It's gonna go up and it's gonna fall fairly close. It'll be a little away, but then I'll get it. Yours went to a different state.
Yeah, 250 miles away. The first time it went it was like 50 or 60 miles, and the second time it went 250 miles.
There must have been some winds up there. How do you know? Do you have an altimeter on it? Do you know how high it went?
Well, that's on the data logger, but
Okay.
the SD
Popped
card
out.
popped that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Awesome.
Just dropped the phone off today, so hopefully we'll have some footage in the next day or two. I did manage to get some screenshots and Bluetooth them to my personal phone on our trip back from retrieving it.
Nice.
Can I ask you a question about cameras?
I'm gonna send you, Vince, those screenshots he sent me. If you're okay with that, Slayer.
Yeah, please.
If I sent,
please.
pull them up so we can see them.
Please.
Right now or a post edit?
No,
because I don't know.
Pull them up now.
Well, I don't know if that would affect his phone if I share it. Extra data and shit.
All right, we'll see.
Otherwise, I'll put it in the post edit. Huh?
I think we're okay.
Okay. We can try it, and then hopefully it goes well. But while he's doing that, I'm talking about cameras. Sometimes I've noticed on phones, some camera phones, when you move around, it kind of stretches the image at the upper part and the lower part.
Right.
Is that a problem when you do these experiments, distorting the image, or do you not have any problems like that?
Well, it depends on how many frames per second you're recording at, what kind of quality you're recording at, how windy it ends up being.
Yeah.
It can be a really smooth flight, and it can be a really rough flight. And, there is predictive software.
You don't get that much distortion in when the camera moves. Like, it doesn't distort the picture too much. Like,
no, this one
it does. Hi, it's good. It's good. It's good.
He said that one doesn't distort it that much.
Okay, good.
Right,
are you sending?
Yeah, I'm sending it to you on Twitter because,
yeah,
that's the right place to send them, right? I hope.
I mean, it works. It works. Okay, so the first one I gotta pull up all three. You sent 3 of them, right?
4. I just sent
4.
1 more.
Okay, I'm gonna have them all pulled up like this. Give me 1 second. And the 4th one, got it there. So, share screen. Bam. So this is the first one. I don't know if you see this, Slayer.
Yep, I see it.
So
it looks a little lower quality than on my end.
Well, it is kind of, like I said, it's a screenshot and then Bluetooth over to my phone, so it's.
I know. I mean,
like
the one you sent me looks better than the one we're looking at now.
Oh,
Maybe when I sent it to him, it dropped resolution or something. I don't know.
I think X does that for sure.
Mm-hmm. You're muted, Vince.
it's Twitter doing that. I was saying, and then I said, you're still calling it X, right? We call it Twitter. X.
Yeah, I'm back to that too.
Yeah, so
those are from a cell phone. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's up high as hell. Globies are gonna be like, look, there's the curve because it's on an.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, I have gotten that from one person, but most people know that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
because it's obviously swaying and moving a lot. So.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can see right there. There's a pull that back up. There's a perfectly straight line. It's just on an angle. You can literally see that white line over everything. I don't
Yeah.
know if y'all can see it, but I see it. Bloop, bloop.
Yeah, but they will say it's curving a little bit at the edges of that little white atmosphere thing.
They've already started compressing the screenshots, horizontally. So.
Which they don't get that. They don't understand. You compress any straight line. Better yet, how about we challenge Globies to show us a straight line compressed that doesn't have a curve and see if they can do that? Because they can't.
Sounds good.
Sounds like a good idea.
So you did X debates, and then how did you end up talking to the asshole FDFE? I mean, he's an asshole for me. It might not be for you. I'm just talking for myself. He's an asshole to me. But when did you start debating him?
I'm really not sure. We had 2 debates, and we had
the
one.
First one was quite a ways back.
Yeah, it's been a while. Quite a while, actually. And then we had a recent discussion about the balloon, and it still kind of turned into a debate.
Yeah,
yelling over me and all that good stuff. You're an
Did he
idiot.
tell you
don't
how
know
you did everything wrong?
Usually, yeah.
What you should have done was you assumed that. Sorry, that bothered me for some reason when we were talking to him. He said assumed like 10 times. I'm like, I know you're from somewhere else. I'm trying to be classy and not attack you for it, but you're saying assumed, and it really bothers me. It's like if you said schedule, I'd have to say something about it.
Schedule.
So what did he say to your experiments or whatever? Like, what did he? Of course, he shut it down. But what?
I'm wasting my time. It's already been done. Somebody already showed curve.
Oh, did he tell you who?
Mr. Sensible.
Wow, I'll have to see that.
He was saying he was involved in some capacity or another. And that one was really interesting because it actually landed. I can't remember exactly how far. It was in the same field they launched it from. So I thought that was really odd.
Come on. Really?
Yeah. As far as I remember, it was in the same field, and it was relatively close.
If that's true, I call complete BS. You know how many crosswinds there are, especially at that height, in different directions? It's probably going a different direction than you think it would even go because the winds on the ground level are going one direction. The winds up there are going a different direction. And you're going to tell me it landed, not you, but you're going to tell me it landed in the same field? Come on, what is it, a helicopter? Raise it up and lands back down? I've seen people accidentally let go of a helium balloon, and you could tell that motherfucker was going to land 3 counties over. Come on. There is no way they launched a weather balloon or whatever you want to call it with the camera on it to go that high and it landed in the same field. I automatically call bullshit, and that's almost all I need to hear. Because how do you do that?
That I don't know. Because the same thing happened to us. We launched and the balloon went south with the winds on the ground, but it ended up going like northeast. So,
yeah.
I mean, it completely changed direction.
So what would you show a normie? The first thing, if you want to talk about flat Earth with them, what would you show them?
Yeah, what's your go-to entry level thingamabobby?
Probably
like, hey,
lived
have you ever thought
experience.
about this?
Probably lived experience. When you ask people why do you think you live on a globe, it's astounding how many times they cannot tell you.
It is. It really blows my mind.
Or how it's as simple as, oh, well, NASA took a picture of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always say that.
That's not a lived experience, though, and that's what they don't even get, and that's where their brain goes. No, that's what happens. That's where their brain goes because I saw a picture from them.
And I get sunsets as a response a lot.
Yeah, well, the sunsets, clearly it's going beyond the curve. There's not even another thought in their mind of anything else it could possibly be. It has to be going around the curve because that's what they told us. But if you look at it, it doesn't even really look like it's going around a curve. Like, once your mind's free of that and you really look at it, it doesn't look like it's going around a curve at all. When you imagine the sun 93 million miles away and Earth with a 24,901 mile radius, and it's supposed to be setting, that thing on the bottom should be curved to some extent, not flat. So if it was really doing what they say it's doing, it wouldn't look like it looks. And it wouldn't either. I know sometimes it magnifies, but once you get up to high levels and you watch the sunset, it literally shrinks as it goes away. That was one of the things, like, there were things before that that scientifically convinced me. But once I saw a sunset from a high altitude, when you literally just watched it shrink and its light go away with it, I was like, that's it for me, man. I can literally see what's happening with my eyes, and I know it's not a ball of gas 93 million miles away and we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. I can tell that's not it. So what is it? And then that's where we got here.
Yeah,
And also,
space
what
was.
go, Slayer. Go.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say space. I was just gonna say space was a really big one for me too. Like I was a space enthusiast. I love space, rockets and cotton candy planets and diamond planets and all that stuff. But I knew the entire time that it was so fantastical that it didn't really make sense. It didn't seem like a possible reality. But you feed into that because it is so fantastical, and a lot of people continue to do that. But
that's one part
if you
that
really,
I do hear a lot of flat earthers say, and I was lucky in that way, that I was never into space. I was never like I was into, like, I thought laying out and looking at the stars were cool, and like knowing some of the constellations, but I was never like, space travel, man, we're gonna go to the moon, we're gonna go to Mars. Like, that was never me. I wasn't a Star Wars fan. I watched Star Trek growing up because the adults watched it, but like, I was never
What about
like,
Transformers?
one day I like the cartoon, but I was
Yeah,
never like,
me
one
too.
day I'm gonna get to go live on another planet. Like, I don't even like moving from one house to another. Why the fuck would I want to move to another planet? These people are crazy, even if they were real. It's insane to me.
there's no land up there in the sky.
No. Again, another one, when we're talking about our lived experiences, they call us crazy, and you guys are the ones who thinks there's giant chunks of land in the sky. Literally. Come on,
And
man.
they think there's giant chunks of sky beneath the land.
That too.
That's another
That too.
one.
Oh, it's insane.
You guys were talking about the sunset. It made me think of, I think I was in Greece years back, and I saw the sun being big, but that
Down at the
motherfucker
horizon.
and that motherfucker, not only it didn't shrink, it just went down, kind of a thing, and it went down fast. We're talking within 5-10 minutes. It was like, I could see it like this, and I don't see that here in Sweden. So if it is a globe, is the globe spinning faster where I was at in Greece at that time, or what's going on with the different types of sunsets?
Yeah, they're very condition dependent.
It's weird.
See,
how we move.
One of the big things that got me was when people say, "Oh, you can see that image because of refraction," right? The light's refracting around the curve. That's why you can see it. So me, as a logical thinker, I say, okay, tell me the exact amount of refraction it takes to see a distance that much above the apparent horizon at that distance away. If you can't do that, that means you're just going, that's refraction. Because there's no scientific measurement for that's why we're seeing this, because the dew point is at this, it's over water, it's this much of a distance. At that distance, there's this refraction equals this, blah, blah, blah. They can't do that. They never do. They just say it's refraction, and that's it. So to me, that's out the window.
Sorry. Yeah, that's the thing about refraction is that it's k equals whatever, but it goes all the way up to k equals 1. which would mean that light is bending at the exact same rate as the curvature of the Earth, or a completely
Convenient.
flat Earth, or a
Yeah.
completely flat Earth. So their refraction goes all the way up to a flat Earth. So I mean, it does tend to be used as a band-aid in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, are you religious or do you believe in God? What is your thing? Or do you not believe in God? What is your thing? If I can ask.
I'm agnostic, but I definitely lean towards Christian.
Okay. Because Flat Earth has turned a lot of people into believing in God and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm a rare one, I guess.
That's okay. It just
So
led
what do
me
you?
to believe there's a creator. So
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
creation. There must be a creator. That's all I know. All the rest is
true.
speculation.
That's the truth.
What do you think about simulation, virtual reality? Do you think this reality could be one, or what do you think about that?
Yeah, it could be. There's definitely people that have tried to put forth evidence for it. It's all circumstantial and all, but I mean, it'd be pretty impossible to prove, I'd say.
I mean, they wouldn't be any good at what they did if we could prove it's a simulation. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be a
Well,
good simulation if we could prove it.
if I find out that I'm in a simulation, it's not going to change anything, though.
Yeah. I mean, I've said I think it is a simulation in the way that we're meat suits. It's a simulation beyond what our brains here can comprehend what a simulation is. Like, yes, this isn't reality. Reality's after this or before this and after this, whatever. And I think we're just meat suits with antennas that are doing what our souls up there are telling us to do down here. Basically playing a video game, but kind of like, in my mind, at least more of like a boot ass school video game. Like there's a lesson here, you're playing
Right.
it and there's a lesson. It's not just a game for fun where you can go around and do whatever you want. I mean, you can, but what's going to happen. So yeah, I
Like good
think it's
old
a
Oregon
lesson.
Trail.
Dude,
Make sure you treat your people for typhus.
I fucking love that game.
Yeah, I
All
know,
of your
me too.
family died of dysentery.
Yeah,
Start over.
every time. Every time.
Son of a bitch. I didn't do anything wrong. Did you guys have Oregon Trail in Islamabad, Vince?
No, we haven't got that yet in Islamabad.
Dude, it was this very crappy graphic game that like it was based on the American story of heading west, going on the Oregon Trail, and like it would be like you came to a river. Do you release the horses and take them across separately? Try to go like all this shit, and you'd like make it or not, and then you'd just be going, and it would be like so and so died of dysentery. Blah blah blah. It's just like
really
bad,
shitty graphics.
but it was so fun at the time. We loved it.
Yeah.
We loved it.
So let me ask, Slayer, do you believe in outer lands, or do you think this is it, like the continents that we got?
I think it's a really good possibility. I don't have any evidence, but I think it's a good possibility.
Do you feel it in your gut a little bit?
Somewhat, yeah.
That's what I say. I have no evidence, but I kind of feel like it makes sense. And the fact that we've seen boats way into Antarctica, where the fuck are they going? How are they 150 miles inland? It's a boat. This doesn't make sense. There's passages through. Every fucking big person at some point goes to Antarctica for some reason. Why are they all going to Antarctica? Why did John Kerry go there and have some fucking episode and all this shit? Why did someone go there? I forget who it was, and say the future of the human race lies in Antarctica. But like, there's something there. If I want to go be crazy, I'm going to say there's other races out there and they know about us, but we don't know about them because we're this slave race in here that's stupid and they just agreed to not mess with us and let it play its course. I don't fucking know, man.
What if they're... Oh, go Slayer. Go Slayer.
You're good, man. I was just going to say, how did all these countries come together and decide to sign this Antarctic treaty?
Yes.
They can't agree on anything.
One. That and COVID, the only things
Must
they
have
ever
been
agreed on.
Must have been something important for them all to agree. Something important in their interest. Like, all right, we all agree. But what if at some point in some of the outer lands you find God? You see God sitting there, and they're like, we can't have them reach those lands and realize God is there. I know it's a ridiculous thought, but I always come up with ridiculous things.
The only thing I think is ridiculous about it is that you might be pointing in the wrong direction. If anything, I think God's throne would be above the North Pole, as it says, but that's just me.
I know, but what if at some place
he might want to visit?
God is
Maybe he
there.
summers in
No, he's just there. That's where God is. He's like, and if you reach that land, you will see God, and that's why they're trying to prevent you from reaching.
Go back, Vince. Let's go. No, but that's kind of what I think the North Pole is. That's why they took away the land off the map. That's why everything leads there. That's why all compasses. Why do all compasses point to one spot? Think about that. That has to mean something. Why is the greatest light show the human race has ever seen, the Aurora Borealis, right around the North Pole? That has to mean something. Why did they craft this whole story about Santa living at the North Pole? That has to mean something. All these things mean something. So, yes, I think there's important to speculate and talk about the South, but I think the North is more important.
Or the other option could be, at the outer lands, you can see the fabric of the virtual reality. And if you reach there, you would realize this is a virtual reality. And you would realize this is a virtual reality, and that's why they're stopping you. They're stopping us for some reason. It might be, giants or whatever, or aliens or resources. Go, Slayer, go.
You just described a movie called The Truman Show. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but if you haven't, you need to.
I like that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that you've seen it.
Yeah, we got it in Kakistan. Yeah, we just got it in Kakistan. I live in Kakistan. We get very new famous celebrities like Jim Carrey. He's new, but he's good.
He lives in Sweden, so.
No, I live in Kakistan, Colorado.
For him right now, it's 12:30 at night. He's literally in tomorrow. He's time traveling.
Oh, man.
I'm in the future, man. Yeah, you guys are in the past, man.
I know. You're living in the past. Let me tell you about the future.
Get out of the past.
Couple things. One, what you were saying sparked something in my head, a thought I had the other day that I wanted to bring up to Vince and I forgot about. So hear me out for a second. Simulation theory, right? Ghosts. Say ghosts in a simulation theory. How do ghosts happen in a simulation theory? How many times have you heard that a file was deleted, but it's not really deleted? It's always there in the background somewhere. It still exists because cops can still pull it up because it's a ghost image or whatever, right? I'm just saying, man, that lends some credibility to you, Vince. What if people that are deleted, it's really still there because it's just a computer program and their file's deleted, but maybe one day you need to go back and extract it. So it's still there until it's written over in generations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to throw you a bone, bro.
Yeah, I think it is a simulation. I think it's all recorded. All of our lives are recorded, and we will even have a live review. Like I said the other time, Ted.
Yeah.
I believe after we die, we're gonna sit down and check our lives out, as a live review, and it will be really fun. Actually, that's what I believe.
Really fun.
Yeah, it will be really fun. But okay, so you did the FTFE. Have you ever talked to the other guy, his sensei? His name is Mactoon, Sensei Mactoon.
I did really early on, very early on. And, I got invited to a debate, and we went directly into reciprocal zenith angles and something else, and that was really far above my head at the time. So.
Oh yeah, so you went to the sensei.
Yeah.
So you started off with the sensei, and then you went lower. Like I see Mactoon as a more advanced FTFE. He's a little bit. Yeah, you went into the Lions then with Mactoon.
He's a little bit more of a lesbian than FTFE. Now, I will say this, though. We had FTFE on the podcast, and I even messaged him ahead of time and was like, hey, man, we're not looking to attack you. We're not looking to get a gotcha. We really just want to have a conversation with you as a person. And we'll get into the Earth thing, obviously, because we have to. And he was like, no, I'm not going to do that. And then, like, just talk shit the whole time. There was no trying to be a civil person with him at all. It wasn't happening.
So he lied. He first said he wasn't going to be an asshole.
I mean, he never claimed that with me, that he wasn't going to be an asshole. I mean, in the beginning, he did say, yeah, let's have a discussion.
Yeah. But then he turned into an asshole once you started, or what?
This man's being chased by the cops as we speak or something.
What the fuck is happening, Slayer?
They gotta go.
Oh, got it.
Oh, shit. Okay. Peace, man. Thank you so much.
Talk to you later.
I was just kidding.
Did he say I was just kidding?
Y'all had me thinking.
Oh,
y'all had me
shit.
thinking the police are running me.
Is
I
that
was
the
like,
police?
oh, fuck. Yeah, he said he was just kidding. No, I just, you got me. You fucking got me.
What's going on behind you? There's a big light.
It's a street light. I'm sitting in my truck.
I thought it was a fucking cop.
Everybody's sick at home. I wouldn't have a very quiet background right now. So.
Yeah. Thank you for still showing up, even though all
that's
going on. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave you hanging.
One other thing I wanted to ask you about, because I know you have a hard out at 7. I could be wrong, but you did say you're in North Carolina, so you were there. It was you that was telling me those stories about after the bad hurricane, right?
Yeah, that's right where I live at. Yeah,
that's what I thought. I don't know what you're comfortable with sharing, but some of the messages you sent in the group chats, like I shared with my wife, and she was tearing up. She was like, tell him I'm so sorry that he's going through that. Like, and I want to know from someone who was there, what did you see about the whole FEMA stuff and all of that shit? How did that go down? Because you were right in the heart of it. And I know you were without power, water, food for a bunch of days and all that shit. Like,
damn.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. They got pretty desperate. Not only was there nowhere to go buy food or groceries or anything like that. Every way out was blocked. We couldn't even leave town and go somewhere else for a while anyway. So, but the FEMA camps, I only actually saw one. The FEMA camp, and it went up right up the road from my work, and it was really weird because it went up overnight. And it was massive. They built these big dirt walls around it, and they had guys with guns and a little gate, and there were just all these temporary housing units that were like able to be bolted to the ground. But I never really saw a lot of people going in and out of there. But there was like this capacity for several hundred people, and we never saw any kind of help for months except for just locals.
So are you saying they got soldiers guarding that camp, the FEMA camp?
They did, yeah. They did have guys with guns at the gate, yeah.
Why?
I don't know if they had supplies or what, but mostly I could just see temporary housing units, and they looked like big underground gas tanks. Basically, is what they looked like.
Damn.
Like they could be bolted to the ground or something. I don't know. And they were there a few months, and they disappeared as soon as they came. They were packed out and gone within less than a day's time period. We're talking a massive amount of stuff.
That's crazy. Do you think like
But
a plan changed right then, that they were like, oh no, people aren't going for it, we're gonna do this instead? Like, why do you bring all that shit in, set it up, and then take it out? That's crazy.
They were saying they were trying to do a land grab because of lithium in the area, but I never really saw anything like that. But they definitely were telling lots of people you can't rebuild on your land. Your land's basically useless. We'll give you some chump change for it.
Yeah, it's
so
another
there was
land
grabs going on. Yeah,
there
but
you go, Vince.
not really sure why.
Can I ask you a stupid question, both of you? And you might not know, but I'm going to ask the question. Like, how far back, like you guys have a lot of hurricanes. How far back can you track these hurricanes? Like, was they always happening, or is it a new thing that happened in the 19th century? Or 21st century. 20.
They claim they have records for about 100 years back. But how do I know to trust that?
What if this is a new thing that they did with HARP, you know?
Well, I can say this. I live in Florida. We get more hurricanes than anyone else in the country, for sure, by far. And they predicted 11 named landfalling storms this year. It was like 19 or 20 named storms, but 11 landfalling in the continental U.S., mostly Florida. We haven't had one. Not one. So
Well, I'm 3,500 feet above sea level, so a hurricane and 30 inches of flooding wasn't something that was on my bingo card. You know,
yeah, which is
for
fucking
anyone.
weird. How the fuck did it affect you so bad up there?
I mean, we're way up in the mountains.
3,500 feet up, and a hurricane affected you guys and flooded you guys.
Yep.
That seems
Sure enough.
Fuck.
like, okay, we had this really bad flood here in South Florida a long time ago, and then they were like, oh, it's a 100-year flood, and then 2 years later we had another one that was worse, and they're like, it's just a 100-year flood. Like, no, something is fucking going on. And they're like, oh, someone made a mistake and some of the locks were closed and it didn't let. Bull fucking shit. Either they did that on purpose or that's not what it was, and shit's getting different, because I've lived here mostly my whole life. And I lived here through Hurricane Andrew. I went through the eye of that hurricane. I went through a lot of shit. And this stuff is different that's happening. It's definitely different. The way that they've always been unpredictable, but up until this year it's been like, oh, this one's going to go here. They knew it perfectly. This one's going to go here. They knew it perfectly. But things are just different now.
And have they always named them? Like Katrina, you know, Sarah?
They used to be named. Actually, that's an interesting point, because they used to be named after the year.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Because now multiple hit in a year, but they used to be named after the year when they would hit. But we can't do that now because there's so many more, and they'll tell you that's because of global warming. And now,
but Bill Gates says that's not a problem anymore.
Yeah, because he's gonna use energy now. Needs energy.
Yeah,
but
for AI.
But so you were in that. How did you come out of that? How did you come back from it? If they didn't send in help, I know your shit was all fucked up. You were in rough conditions for a while. Like, how did it turn around?
Very slowly. I mean, very slowly. FEMA's just now starting to help people rebuild their houses just now, and it's September 27th was the anniversary. So it's been well over a year, and they're just now starting to help some people, but most people got turned down for help. They said, oh, you don't have flood insurance. Sorry. So they definitely screwed a lot of people.
The cross floating in front of his face from the light. Do you see that, Vince?
That looks like the movie Predator when he points his laser.
Looks like a cross to me. I must be seeing something else.
Well, it is. It could be a cross, you know. Yeah. It could also be.
God is in your presence. I don't know what's going on there, but
well, at least it's not the police, like you said before.
Yeah, that would have been crazy though. Like, turn off the phone. Turn off the phone. I told you.
I promise. I'm just doing a live stream.
Yeah.
Are you on the phone booth podcast? We know. We know you're in there.
We're taking you in now.
We heard you talk about flat Earth. Yeah. You're arrested. You're arrested for spreading flat Earth disinformation.
One thing that's really interesting that I'd like to mention is that when we retrieved this balloon, we were doing live streams and stuff. We tried to live stream everything that, where there's some action going on. So we went out in this field and retrieved it. We go back to my partner's car that I rode to retrieve with, and I'm recording with my personal phone on the cell phone we sent up, showing previews. Wow, this is what we got. Like, everybody was seeing it at the same time we were. We're seeing 70-something people in there. We end the stream and it's gone. the stream is there. The live stream is there, but the very end where we started doing all that preview, all that's gone. And people did see it, so it did exist, but it's gone now, which is really odd to me. I felt it was at least worth mentioning.
How can it be gone? Yeah.
Because
Right?
it's X. Because it's Twitter.
Really,
because
it was-
they take away whatever they want. They restrict whatever they want. They do whatever they want. And then they pretend like they don't.
pretty much.
Like the most regulated I've probably ever been right now for the last 2 weeks. It's terrible.
You know, this makes me think, what if Grok, you know, let's say Grok is in charge of Twitter. It can decide who's getting in the algorithm and whatnot. What if it can also affect, like you said, your live stream? It can just in real time, like, oh, this guy is spreading flat earth. Let's cut his feed off here. Like, what if this AI can actually fuck with us on that level as well, you know?
I think it can.
That's pretty fucked up.
What do you think, Slayer?
I think it can too. I'm pretty sure they've said something about developing that where Grok was more involved in shit. Where
Yeah,
I think it's actually
Elon
pretty
said
fun
he
to
was gonna
look
let
at that.
Grok run the algo for a few weeks or whatever and see how he does. Magically, that's exactly when my shit got bad. I'm just gonna go talk to Grok and be like, I changed my mind and I really love AI now. Tell me how to help promote it. See if my views go up. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, but it might figure out that you're trying to fool it right now with what you just said.
I know. Especially
like-
because I did something else and it's like, ha, I sense your sarcasm. I'm like, fuck, you understand sarcasm now? It was in a post, so I can find it. It was definitely.
Uh-oh. Yeah, because AI can be funny, and this motherfucker, it can sense a bunch of shit, man. We're in big trouble. We're in big trouble, man. Absolute big trouble we are in. Right?
Not me. I'll spray water on it and it'll just kill it, bro. Because they didn't think to make them water resistant.
Yeah. Fuck,
I love
man.
when people say that one. Oh, I have a water gun. I'm not worried. Like, yeah, it's funny. I get it, but these motherfuckers are going to be scaling walls soon. They're going to be scaling walls. They're already doing backflips and shit. So are you getting ready to sign up for your digital ID, Slayer? You going to get into that whole thing? 15-minute city? Get your digital ID?
Nah. I don't even have my real ID.
Oh, man, I love that. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do down here for sure.
A delayed upload, yeah.
Delayed. They're trying to make the 15-minute cities all around here. It's insane.
I don't know how to stop
You were
that.
one of those smart people to move out there in the middle of nowhere, in the boonies, as we call it.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll all be affected eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, you'll be affected because you got to use more ammo. We'll be affected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can
That's the
picture
best
you up
currency
on
you
a,
can have.
on a mountain just waiting. Don't come up here, liberal. I'll take you out. No. Fucking great.
When the shit hits the fan, guns, ammo, and food.
Yep. That's all you need. I'll be getting out of
Yes.
South Florida at some point. I need to. That's the plan. There's just, I got shit I have to stay here for right now. But once I don't have to, I'm out of here. Somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere. With a high altitude where I can see what's coming. It's my plan.
I love my mountains.
Exactly. Perched
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you want to talk about that we haven't talked about since we're approaching the end here? Is there anything you want to say that we haven't talked about?
Just wanted to tell everybody to visit my page and keep up with what's going on with the balloon launch. Hopefully, I'll have a video and some data for everybody really soon. And,
Yeah, what is that page?
wanted to thank
What page?
It's just on my page right now. I'm probably going to put it on a Google
On
Drive account and share the link. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only social media I have. So
Yeah, your links will be underneath the description of this video. Both anybody who's watching it or listening on Spotify, it will be in there in the links. And you can check out his page on X and you can see the balloon launches, he'll have it up there. If he doesn't have it all up yet, once it's worked out and he has because it's how many hours did you say?
It's almost 5 hours.
Yeah.
The video.
So he'll have a compressed thing of the highlights of it on his X at some point as soon as it's done being rendered and sorted out and all that. But so click
And
this,
kudos.
follow him on X, and that's how you will see it when it's ready.
Kudos for doing those things, though. Actually
Thank
doing
you.
these experiments.
Well, I had an awesome team. I definitely want to give them a shout out. We have Marjorie, Joe, Jordan, 4 Dots, Plain Infinitum, and Eric Flat Earther. Can't forget Eric.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of people that supported financially or just were encouraging. I definitely, thank everybody because it's been a process, and my Flat Earth fam's been really good.
Do you do like some GoFundMe's or something? Have you, if not, have you thought about doing that? Like, hey, we're thinking about doing this experiment, but we need this equipment. Therefore, GoFundMe, help us out. Blah blah blah. Have you tried that shit?
Yeah, after the first experiment failed, we funded most of the second one through GoFundMe.
Oh,
Nice. Very good.
Fantastic. Great.
Most of. It's always most of. You always gotta come out. And something people forget is this is taking time away from your family to do things like this. And
yeah,
we all have jobs, we all have responsibilities, we all have family and things to do. And every moment we take away from that means something to us because it could be spent elsewhere investing in those things. But we're here trying to share truths with you. So before you attack us, maybe look at what you're doing and look at what we're doing and maybe just listen for a couple minutes and think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
I agree.
Great said.
So yeah, is there anything else that's it about the videos? We'll get them up. Nothing else you want to share with people before we go?
Probably not, man. I think we got lucky to make it this far.
I know. I agree,
yeah, with
man.
the tech stuff, right?
Yeah. Thank you for hanging on with that. Thanks so much
but
for
thank
joining
you guys
us,
for having
dude.
me on. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate
we'll
you
have
too,
your
man.
links up, and we'll put everything in there, and I'll let you know. I'll send you everything when the episode's up and all that, man. Thank you for joining us.
Say hello to
Thanks for
FTFE.
having me, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Send
thanks
him
for
my
having me,
best
guys.
regards. Yeah.
All right, man.
Say I
See you.
love him.
Good night.